Welcome back. Today, we're going to review a dive watch from Tag Heuer. This is the Aquaracer Calibre 5 300 meters, reference number WAF2011. Before we dive into it, please don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss watch reviews like this one. Thank you. Heuer introduced their first dive watches in 1978, and it started with the 1000 series models. In 1982, the 2000 series was released, which added a more innovative design and broader appeal to its fans. Fast forward to the third generation 2000 Sport, these models of Tag Heuer were released in 1998, and this is where the Aquaracer line was born. I think you're already familiar with the older generation tags. They had the traditional Mercedes-style hands and aluminum bezel with numerals around it. It wasn't called Aquaracer yet, but a few years later in 2004, the 2000 series was renamed Aquaracer, and it looked a bit different with a more rugged look and a variety of colors to choose from. Okay, so that was just a short history about the Aquaracer, and this right here is a clean white dial watch from Tag Heuer. The design of this watch is not something you would directly associate as a diver's watch. It looks modern and it doesn't follow the contemporary look of dive watches. The bezel and the 300 meter text right there on the dial are the only obvious takeaways that I see right off the bat, because other than that, it looks kind of a dress watch. It is fairly slim at only 12.4 millimeters. That is all thanks to the movement, which we will get to later. The thickness is what really made me appreciate this watch, and while we are at it, here are the full specs of the watch. Decently sized watch, and I believe it would fit well on most wrists. It is flat and wide. You can fit a lot of third-party straps on this one. Now, the design may be more subjective since I personally don't like the shape of this watch. The left side of the case follows the hump on the crown side. It makes it symmetrical, but I personally think it is too oval. The dial has a gloss finish design to it, which is pretty cool. The lume is not as bright as other dive watches, but gets the job done. I also appreciate them not using the colored logo. Instead, they placed a chrome finished one, which makes it look less tacky. That's just me though. The polished finish second hand is pretty nice and it blends well with the whole case. The bezel feels sharp and quite uncomfortable to turn. Let's hear that bezel click. It's not the best. I have been spoiled by Seiko's bezels, but this is just okay. The crown is signed and nothing to complain about. The bracelet has a diver clasp with diver's extension. Let me show you there. Yeah, the bracelet just looks typical. The links can be removed by pushing the pins on either side. The movement on this watch is the Calibre 5, which is an ETA 2824-2. It has 25 jewels and beats at a smooth 28,800 vibrations per hour. 38-hour power reserve, and I say the movement on this one is really accurate. It's about 1 second fast so far, and I'm using it for a week now. It's not COSC, but it looks like it is on this watch. As I've said, the ETA movements are known for their thinness, and this one does not disappoint. I don't mind it having a day date. Overall, I can't say anything bad about this movement. It is an ETA. So this watch is a dive watch that looks pretty unique, considering that most dive watch designs, you can already tell from afar that it is a tool watch. This one takes quite a bit of an adjustment, especially if you're not familiar with the brand. I actually don't care about the accusations Tag Heuer gets as a brand. I mean, they had some controversies in the past, and I think some new watches of theirs are overpriced, but it would be unfair to judge them only by that. Some of their early works are really beautiful, such as the chronograph that I reviewed a few weeks back, and also their Heuer watches, especially the one released in 2017, the Heuer Altavia chronograph. Those look phenomenal. Like others, I wish they would bring the Heuer brand to the luxury line, same as Seiko did with the Grand Seiko. But for now, the marketing power of Tag Heuer are targeting more on the new watch collectors or just beginning in the hobby/addiction. You know what I mean. I guess they're just investing more on marketing than in the development of decent looking watches that you get your money's worth for. For now, I think I'll stick with the old ones since they still work great and look better too. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Stay safe.